Right, so hello everyone. My last video just totally ended on itself. I have no idea why. I'm just sitting out here getting ready to do my whole head. You know what it's like. 1 minute you don't want to do the whole head on camera, next you're like, fuck it, let's just do it all on camera and we'll just turn this into one video instead of 10. So long story short, bought the Hype Power Pigment, used it from the bottle straight on my hair. Fully fail. Don't do it because you'll cry and get mad like I was. I was fucking shitty. I thought, fuck my life for sure. You're meant to put it with like a base. I've got Arctic Fox's diluter from one of my last purchases about a year and a bit ago. Can't get this here unless someone's got some. Would love you long time. So anyway, it did work. I did a test strand this morning. I didn't put much pigment to the space of diluter that I used. Like the ratio was probably nearly 1 part to like maybe 1/4 part of the pigment in a very small little pile of Arctic Fox diluter. So I've got to do my whole hair today, so I'm probably going to use a bit of this, and I want this colour to be as poofy as possible all in one go. Sort of a thing, so I don't have to do it again, because I don't mind doing it again, but it would be cool if I could get this in one go, because I have a busy schedule and stuff. So I've got my bowl, I've got a fork to mix it with, because I don't have a tint brush. I've been meaning to buy one for ages. When I bought my 12, 14, 20, 30 bottles of this shit, of the Poseidon Purple Rains, that lasted me years, by the way. Good shit. It's a shame I can't get it here anymore. Even from Australia, I can't get it to New Zealand, so that sucks. But yeah, and I got some gloves from some old fucking packets of hair dyes. Usually keep all those because they come in handy. And I'm going to pretty much just do enough of this to cover all of my strands. So I've kind of worked it out in my head how much I need of this to soak each strand, and then I'm probably going to go AWOL on this stuff. So I'm going to mix this up, and then I will be back in a second, or maybe 2 seconds. Right, so I've put my diluter into a tub. I've used quite a bit of this, like this was brand new, and hadn't even bothered to use it, to be quite honest. So I put quite a bit in there. Hopefully that's going to be enough to do, you know, a little section by little section, because I've kind of worked out about 16 pulls and then my sides. So I'm hoping that this is going to be enough. If not, fuck our lives. I haven't done this yet because I've really got a minimal amount and I don't know if my maths is right. But I used about 3 drops for this part and a little part, so it was pretty prominent. So I'm pretty much going to just go AWOL with this, and then we'll start applicating. And that's 11, I think. That's 20 squirts. I don't know if this is going to be a good ratio or not. I'll be able to tell genuinely by how deep this blue is, and we'll probably go more, probably, because I want to be as deep blue as I can go, because I really want to see how long this pigment lasts at that deep stage. Since I've tried the Poseidon and things like this, and I know how long they last in my hair, and I really want to see how this crazy colour pigment, and see really how long it lasts with my washes, because sometimes I use some pretty hardcore shit to wash my hair with. Oh man. And you know, I've tried heaps of different things washing my hair to see what was better, what made it feel cleaner. I mean, I've used things like fucking pomegranate body washes and shit, like random stuff, just to see whether what was better for my hair in the long run, what made it softer, what made it grow better, you know, what made it feel and smell cleaner. Because some shampoos I just feel like they didn't. I've used dishwash, you know, I've tried heaps of random shit I've tried minimal, like, fucking, what do you call it, like, you know, shit that you'd hope would clean stuff, bleach, watered down, and little things like that, to see what was the best thing for my hair. And to be honest, I actually kind of prefer how body washes work over your hair. Might sound crazy, but to be honest, it really cleans your hair, and it kind of leaves a different sort of feeling to your hair when it's washed out and stuff like this, because I use a lot of oils in my hair after my showers. I don't put conditioner on until I've got out of the shower. I'll make a little oil and a couple of different conditioners in my hair, in my hand, and then I put it on my hair. When my hair is wet, I'll run it through, brush it out, and let it sit. And it's only a thin amount, just because, you know, otherwise it does get very fucking bulky and stuff like that. So I've tried heaps of different things with shampooing and conditioning, to what my hair, to how, like, nice my hair feels a couple days later. You know, it doesn't feel oily, or if it doesn't start to feel real gross and stuff, you know. I find that, yeah, trying different things it's not going to kill you, you know. Go for gold, try whatever the fuck you can see, is what I say, because that's what I do. I've tried heaps of random stuff, shit people would think, what the fuck, woman, but hey, you can only but try, eh? So those 20 drops has come to that colour. To my eye, it's quite a light blue. In that light it might be quite dark, but it's actually looks darker on the camera than it does to my eye. So I'm just going to keep adding drops until I feel like it's at the desired. That's another 11 drops. Might have to recount my shit, but yeah, so yeah, go for gold with whatever you're using. There's heaps of products out there. Maybe read some of the packaging and see what sort of surfactants, sulfants, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The stuff that actually is the cleaning agent in them. For my soaps, I use D-cell dicyl glucoside, which is a foaming agent. I make coconut based soaps with scent, so you can look at my other videos on my YouTube to see where you can get those from. I do a couple of other things as well, not just soaps, you know, massage oils and perfumes and all sorts of random sort of things. So there's a lot of different things you can use for cleaning hair, is what I've noticed in a lot of shampoos and things. But I guess everybody's different and they're going to do different things. So I don't know if this is dark enough for me, to be honest. I really want to go as dark as I can possibly go without it screwing up the ratio, because I'm worried that the ratio, because they say you can't use this on straight hair, right? So that would mean that this hair would activate it, and apparently it works in 60 seconds or something or other, which I could probably imagine because I did leave it on for about 5 minutes and it was pretty blue. So I don't know whether to go and separate some like strand and quickly test this hair out, or whether I should just go all balls in and see what the fuck it's like later. You know. Anyway, it's pretty dark. It's probably nearly the Poseidon blue sort of depth from Arctic Fox. It's a good consistency. It feels and seems like it's gonna work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just see if that even darkens it up anymore, or whether it's not going to darken it. It's definitely darkening it. What the fuck am I on about? Of course it's going to darken it. I'm liking that depth a bit better. So that's a bit bluer. bit deeper. I think I'm going to go deeper. Oh my god, I'm honestly nearly out of this shit because I put nearly half the bottle on my fucking head. It really does, and I think it would go far if you didn't do what I did and use half a bottle on your fucking straightforward hair, because I was stupid enough to do that. But I like that colour. That's a good colour. It's a good depth. I don't know if you're about to see that sort of colour on there, but it's pretty dark. I don't know if it's dark enough for me though, personally. I feel like I am. This stuff's real thick too. It takes ages to come out the bottle. Oops. Fuck knows. Who knows, huh? Guess money doesn't always buy happiness, but it sure as hell can help. I've also used this in other products. I've actually put it into some of my shampoos and shit, so that's pretty much where most of it's gone. Because I wanted to try it in the future, what it looks like using different products and stuff like this. So it's blue enough for me. I'm happy with that. It's quite dark. It's really dark. It's just when you've tried multiple colours, you always want to try new things and go darker and more prominent, or more pigment I should say, and where it goes poofy and stuff. And the colour I got from Crazy Colour was the Capri Blue, right? So that was quite dark on top of the Costa Rica that I had underneath. It was quite a prominent colour. It's kind of washing out. As you can see, there's a bit of darkness in there. That's from the purple I had underneath, and it's washing out, and it's probably been nearly a week and a bit since I did it. It definitely washes out quite fast. I haven't even really washed my hair much in the last 2 weeks because I've been waiting for these colours to come. So we're going to start applying, and we'll see where this takes us and whether the shit is going to be enough for moi. Let's hope so, because otherwise I'm going to have to buy another bottle of this and retry it, because I've seriously used it all. And it's a high pigment, so some people will be like, what the fuck, you used the whole bottle? And like, you know, but it, like, because it would go far. I can seriously say that much. It would definitely go far. I can see it would go far, but I put some of it, probably nearly, you know, a good finger width into a shampoo, like a finger width into a conditioner. I've used probably a good nearly 2 fingers width on my whole head, maybe more, and I had about half the bottle left, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, so it's a dark colour, fucking blue. So yeah, and the lighting is terrible today because there's no sunshine. It's hiding behind the clouds, so it might be hard to see me and this application, but oh wow, I'm hoping it will really come out lovely, like the colour that I want it to come out. Don't we all kind of hope that when it comes to colouring? Because the Capri Blue was a beautiful colour, but personally I wanted more vump. My other question is whether this is going to take from ratioing, aka whether I've ratioed it wrong and only some parts are going to take because some pigment is only grabbing certain parts because of how much conditioner stuff is within the stuff I'm using. But my hair is all one colour, so we'll just fucking see. We'll just see, and We'll coat this up like crazy. And we can go from there. So yeah, if anyone has used this before and hasn't made a review, because I actually haven't found an actual review of Hype Pigment Colour being put on somebody's hair, make some. Because it would be cool to see what colours come out on different levels of blonde, obviously, and it will be very, very awesome for those that are wanting to know what sort of colours it could lead to, unless you're just going to go crazy and just do it anyway and see what it turns out like. Awesome, cool either way. But I haven't actually seen an actual Hype Pigment on here review tutorial, and I was looking for colours like crazy. You know, I was seriously doing some YouTubing. So this is what it looks like on top of the Capri Blue, which I had a Costa Rica purple underneath, and underneath that is pretty much silver. My roots are really, 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 really light. Oh, not my roots, my actual roots are natural because I'm letting them grow out. But my next band down, which I explained in my other video of the Capri Blue tutorial fucking review, was, how do you explain it? They were really, really light. I'll try to show you, but I'm going to get the camera blue, but you know, that band in there is really, 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 really white. The Capri Blue did a pretty good job on it. I did mention in my last video that it had quite an effect on that band because it was quite yellow before I put the Capri Blue on, and it did kind of do some magic to that and pulled out the yellows. So that was the right blue, because I've seen a lot of people that want to tone their hair down levels, and they, you know, add a level and then they want to go up levels, I guess you could say, to more silver bases, where you end up going round and round and round because you haven't toned it at the right time, for an example. So yeah, you can watch that video if I sort of become a know-it-all and explain everything. But it's more from my own experiences, you know. I've learned that certain blues and purples will wash out to a silver. Some of them wash out to a green, the blues. Some of the purples wash out to a very hot pink. I had that with the Purple Rain. I had silver here underneath, and the day I applied it, and it washed out to a hot pink, and then it kind of washed down to a lavender colour. I wasn't a fan of the hot pink washout colour. That was not me. I just felt like it didn't suit me very well at all. The lavender colour did. I think that lavender colour was kind of cool. It does wash out to a silver in the end. Well, it did for me. It had a light tinge to it, kind of like a reddish sort of pink for a long time. But by then I got, you know, a blue and put it over top or something like that, or maybe I redid my Purple Rain. But they're great brands, really good brands. I've got some videos of me putting those on top of colours that are washed out, on top of colours that have only been on my hair for a couple of weeks, to see whether they would go over top of those colours and whether they would work, and things like that. So it's just a trial and error thing, isn't it? So some of this is taking really, really well. I don't really like the look of some of this though. I don't know whether it's this ratio that I've got wrong, and if I have, well then fuck my life. But mind you, I might just have to leave it for a while and see what it goes to. Like, it's definitely changing, but I don't know if it's going to be the colour I want. I'm cereal. I really don't. because I don't have a mirror out here, see how that went really dark? Like this is not really taken as of yet, and I don't know if that is because of the ratio to the pure pigment, but I put a fuckload in there, man. Like, that's pretty much as dark as what it was on my hand, give or take maybe a couple drops. But, you know, maybe I just need to leave it on for a little bit. It's doing something anyway. Who would know, right? Who would know? So we're just going to keep going because we've already started, and I'll either be disappointed or I won't be. And I'm soaking each part, man. I'm like full blown soaking it. You know, I'm trying to make sure it's getting completely covered, because that's what you do, right? Make sure it gets completely covered. And I've got heaps left in my bowl. A fucking shitload. I've got like a couple of I got a heap load left. So, we're just gonna keep going. And whether this works or not, I don't know. If it's going to, I think it will. I'll leave it on for a while. I'll leave it on for a good hour or so and see what it looks like then. And we'll kind of move from that bridge. We'll cross the next one. And we'll see. It surely should do something. If it doesn't, then I'll be fucking mad, because I'll be like, what the fuck have I done wrong now? Like, I've done everything right. I've already gone through the stage of not doing it correct the first time. And surely I have done it right this time. Because otherwise that would just be weird. But at the moment, you know, you can't just keep buying $50 fucking products and hoping that they're going to work. That's why I wanted to try this one once and hope that it was going to do its duty and work like magic, because it's expensive if you don't have that spare $50 in your bloody account, you know? I mean, this was like a, what do you call it, a luxury to me. This was, oh my god, I have a spare $50 for the first time in like fucking forever. Near almost. So, let's hope so, eh? I mean, if the Costa Rica colours work on my hair, this has to do something. Surely. So, yeah, we're just gonna finish this off, and I'll jump into a different light so we can see it properly and stuff like so. Make sure it's run right through. My hair is an even tone. I don't have highlights. I never had highlights where some parts were highlighted at a deeper level and some parts were highlighted at a really, really white level. It's all the same level. None of my hair is a different colour. It's all one solid colour. Bleach wise, like my bleach level is completely the same all over. So I shouldn't have any patchiness or certain strands that are lighter or darker than the others, because that would not make any sense to me at all. I would really start to question some shit, because I haven't actually bleached my ends since a long time, because I didn't have to, which I did explain in my last video. If you've already got bleached ends and they're toning out to a nice clean silver, you don't want to keep bleaching them. There's no point. That would just be silly, because they'll fall out and all sorts of other crazy shit. So it's definitely working. I'm just hoping it's not going to be darker in some spots and better in others, because of the ratio to from the diluter to the colour pigment. But it is a possibility. Technically, from the front part I did earlier, maybe I put more blobs to the ratio, than I did in this big bowl. But I pretty much worked it out to be the same. Might be a little bit off, but it's pretty much should be the same. And it's looking pretty good. Like, to my eye, it's looking pretty fucking nice. But, yeah, I just really... Oh, I'm a typical woman, aren't I? So fucking womanly. I just want it to be perfect. That might sound really fucking like, you know, cliche or something, but who wants to be putting money into something that's not going to work? That would just be really shit. So I'm just about out of my bowl. I just about jumped out of it to yell and scream about this colour that I'm so putting faith in right now, that it's going to go to a beautiful deep dark blue like my fringe did earlier. But for those out there that have never done this before with the Hype colour range pigment, Power Pigments, they might be cheaper in your guys' country, but it was about 40 something bucks plus shipping here. So it was like 50 something dollars for me to get it here. Maybe $53 I think I paid, give or take. I'll round it up to 56, just in case it was more. I don't know, maybe I fucked it up again. Maybe I didn't, maybe I just think it's fucked. No, it's definitely not fucked. I'm just thinking it's fucked. You know? They call it positive thinking, mate. Look, now I've got a big fucking mohawk. So, my head feels covered. I know I'm doing this just literally by feel. But hey, you're supposed to know your own body, right? You're supposed to know how to... you're supposed to know how things feel. But I feel satched. It feels satched. My hands are still a little blue. But hey, we're done. I don't even have sore arms this time. I'm just going to wipe my camera. Right, so I can't tell if it's like... let's go inside and see in a different light. Inside really shows the colour depth a bit more. So it's pretty bold. I'm just hoping it's nice and even in there. Now, I definitely didn't miss any parts. So we'll just have to see, guys. I'll be back.